Hola, hola, hola.
Testing, testing.
Okay.
The thing is, like, if there's multiple presenters, you have enough last time. Do you have 4 last mics? We just shop in mics. We shop in mics.
It's connected as well.
Oh, wow. Oh, so we're good. Oh, okay. And it sounds okay. And now okay, we're trying. Yeah.
Aloha! Welcome 2024. Okay. Can you hear me better? All right, start it over again. Never mind. Welcome 2024 Empower Dream presentation. I'm your co-host. My name is Ching. I'm from China, majoring communication.
My name's Elijah. I'm from Washington, D.C. I'm studying political science here at BYU Hawaii.
We're so excited to have all of you with us today. Especially congrats those finalist person to make their way to the final round. And before we started, we want to have an opening prayer given by Tab.
Tamereri garawa ya maha. Senang kaita ko senang karara po ko san roni ra meni kawa kinira. May monte po ngari asno karwa ya maro ko na wanta ngai na yo sa mga kain po taka ki kain te HCP. Senang kakaita ko na pa ibukin te nani kakapa ya wag to kinakanira. Tamoyo te maraga te ikin meo tikite. Tamerunga to kora kasi konan ro ko ikai. Senang konan taurai. In ibukin na representation ibukin ang ay kain menira na ko dia na participate ibukin the finalists. Tanay karas nang kakaita ko kasi nang tauroin wakin ayo sa nang busi ko bukin nam kakawakin na kora ikain menira na. Sa tayo ngayon nasin mesag tau metam mesa nang busi ko kana haruna botao mem kanta ni o pia rani ira di kana nakakawakin di kita mi rodi pe nakawakin ira ngayon ikain menira na. Ngayon nasin mesag tau metam mesa pun kani ikain sa kororoi ra papun kororoi nasin Maria Yesu Kristo. Amen.
All right, thank you so much, Tab, for that prayer in the Kiribati language. We're going to go ahead and get started today. We are so excited to be hosting this Empower Your Dreams competition here at BYU Hawaii. I think this prayer outlines something that is so special about our university, and it's that you will never hear so many prayers from so many different languages anywhere else in the world. And that beautiful, beautiful representation of the diversity of the world is exhibited in all areas. Here we have people that have these ideas that haven't just been cultivated for the last couple months, but have been cultivated their entire lives leading up from their different countries. And now they're here to share those ideas and experiences with you guys. So we're so excited to do that. First things first, we want everybody from the Empower Your Dreams team to stand up. Everybody involved in making this happen. That means you, Aiden. Everybody, Sister Coons. Briggs, stand up too. You've been helpful. Inku. Everybody, give these guys a round of applause for the time, energy, and effort. Thank you very much. Ching and I have witnessed firsthand how much time, energy, and effort these people have put into making this possible. And late hours at night, mic checks, everything like that. So thank you guys so much. All right, we also want to introduce our director of the Willis Center for International Entrepreneurship, Elder Jacob Walker. Is Elder Jacob Walker here today? There he is. Go ahead and stand up for us. All right, yes, he makes the magic happen. Okay, now, I know you guys have all been waiting for this. We are going to be introducing our judges once more, all right? So we're going to start off with Mr. Corey Blake. Corey, can you please stand up for us? He's the Senior Brand Director of Global at Bondcom, which is a all-service advertising agency based in Salt Lake, but with a global impact. All right, next we have Mr. Spencer Gu. Stand up, Spencer. He's the franchise owner of Chick-fil-A at Kapolei here on island. So we are very, very happy again to have Chick-fil-A here. David Wu, go ahead and stand up. Managing Principal at RPM EverTrust, as well as Principal at Hawaiian Environmental Consulting LLC, based in Honolulu. So again, very, very important work happening there. All right, and lastly, we'll have Patrick Ormond and Johan Ormond stand up together. So they are the owners and the president and executive director, respectively, of a very successful business outsource company, business process outsource company in the Philippines called Easy Service Center. And they've worked with clients in New Zealand, Australia, and the USA. So thank you guys so much for coming. All right, so I'll be turning the time over to Ching to give a few instructions, and then we'll get started.
That's awesome. Thanks for Elijah. And thanks all the judges and all of us here today with us. So in business world, we say time is money. So please listen carefully and keep in mind of those presenters. So the rule for this presentation, each presenter have 3 minutes to presenting your business idea. 3 minutes. And following, the judges will have 2 minutes for the questions. So understand? Clear? Give me a big smile. Let's start the show.
All right, Ching. So, you're from an island in China, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And you've spent some time here in Polynesia. What do you think of this island, Hawaii? Do you like it?
I love it so much. It reminds me so much of my home, actually.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
good. Well, at some point, I think you need to go to one of the most pristine island groups in all of Polynesia. It's known as Kiribati.
Oh, the Christmas Island?
Christmas Island is
okay.
one of them, and so we're going to invite up Christmas Island shuttle and car rentals for their presentation.
Give it a round of
Give it a round for all.
applause. Be patient with us. Wait a little bit. The good thing deserves better wait, right? All right, we can have the mic over there. Sounds great. Let me see, those presenters, are you guys ready? So ready. No one got nervous, right? Have a big smile when you go over here, right? And present the best idea that you can for those people around here. All right, I think our presenter is ready.
Hey.
Give the time to her.
Can you guys hear me? All right. Maori, I'm the Market Crosser from the beautiful island nation of Kiribati, and I'm the founder of Christmas Island Shuttle and Car Rental. I know what you think, Christmas Island in Australia? No, but this is Christmas Island in the Republic of Kiribati. Getting to Christmas Island is only 3 hours flight from Honolulu, and it is the popular destination for fishing. But we got so much more on the island that could potentially turn out to be something, attraction for people. And with that so much potential, the government has created Christmas Island to be the center of tourism with a plan that we know KB20 to bring a lot of development on the island so it can help the entire nation, and we need to be part of that. But the problem that we see is the lack of transportation. Why? Because due to the remote location of Christmas Island, and since Japan is the only place we import cars from, so as a local buying a car is a nightmare. And that's why we don't have official car rentals at companies on the island. But the poor quality of the road is another challenge. In result, we don't have airport shuttle for hotels. We don't have transportation for our tour guides. And for us as locals, we need a reliable transportation as well. That's why I come in. This is not only my dream, but this is the dream of everyone on the island. With our service, we provide airport shuttle for hotels, transportation for tour operators, for locals and churches as well. This is our financial protection, our one-time payments, variable costs, fixed costs, revenue. That's how it's looked. This is a good startup and a gross profit. We need 69 to start up this company. And with my company, we unlock the magic of Christmas Island. So now, help me make my dream reality. Help me help the cool citizen of Christmas Island and Kiribati as a whole. Help me help the people that come visit my nation. Come up.
All right. Judges, you now have time to go ahead and ask questions.
So in a year, we have 40 to 50,000. Per year? Yeah, per year. With that plan they have for the 20-year vision, if the government has, do you know what they're trying to get to? What's the possibility? So far, they just opened another flight to Christmas Island, so we have 2 flights. And then not to mention that they will build a national park, a port for cruise ship, and KCC, or Kiribati Cultural Center, designed after the Polynesian Cultural Center. So those are the possibilities that we see on the island. For now, we don't have any competition. We only have private-owned people that just buy cars and try to help cater this problem for the time being.
Since there are no competitors, so you can't really get comps, how are you pricing your service, and why do you think that is the right way to price it?
Okay, so as you can see on my revenue, that's how I get my. So the daily rent rate is 200 for the use of the truck. So I'm gonna start with 2 trucks. That's how 200, and then 2 saloons for the rental, 150 a day. So that's how I get the amount. That's not I create, but that's fixed from the council government for using cars.
Are you going to use an app? How are you going to schedule this? Like if a church rings up and a hotel rings up, who are you going to pick?
So right now I'm working on my website, so everyone can visit and then can start booking online.
Who will you choose? How will you choose which one to go with? What type?
Both.
Alrighty, thanks for our Christmas Island shuttle and car rental, and give a round of applause again. All right, as international student, we realized something that's really struggled us is forming the document, especially the tax season is coming up, and a lot of us have a headache for that. But here's a company that can help you out. May you worry less, travel less, and happy more. Let's welcome USA Connect.
Raise your hand, raise your hand. Perfect. This one is for you guys. Okay. So, as international students here at BYU Hawaii, we hear the motto, come to learn, go forth to serve. But how do we learn? Do we need to learn through the hard way always? Do we need to take a lot of time in order to become an international student? I know that I did, and I don't think that that's the reality for future international students. So for this reason, I created USA Connect. So USA Connect is here because it's hard to become an international student, and the data showed that it's crystal clear that the international students feel this way. 88% of them from the survey that I did here on campus said that the international students, the process is complex, and they felt hesitant before coming here. Now, in order to solve this, my plan, my first step is to build the online course. An online course tailored to their needs, easy to watch videos, 2-minute videos, 5 modules, where I'm gonna take them milestones after milestone of what they need to do in order to come here and in order to become independent international students when they arrive. Now, this is how it's gonna work. All the online services, all the online course will be set in Hotmart. I create YouTube free video tips in order to hook them to the online course. After that, we'll go to the personalized assistance, and by setting a high commission and incentivizing referrals, I know that my profit margins will be a little bit thinner in the beginning, but then I will be able to generate that self-marketing machine there. The data, it's crystal clear. Info products are on the rise. We have 1 million international students right now in the US, and just because of COVID, that number went down, and now it's rising back again. So, why us? I can tell you all the bullet points there, but there's 2 main differences. First of all, I am an international student, and I struggle. And I know the struggle. The second one is, you can hire a lawyer to get all your papers done. They're gonna get you here, but they're not gonna help you when you're here. You're by yourself. You need to figure things out. So I'll help you with the pre-process and the post-process as well. So there's a couple projections there. As I said, because I'm setting a high commission, I don't want to deal with sales right now. My profit margin is a little bit thinner than the normal. So a net profit just with the online course is set for $22,000 in the first year. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. We have international students there, but we have English as a second language as teachers, entrepreneurs, tourism, work experience, all of them waiting to get help in order to get here and get their careers going. Escalating this business is not going to be a problem. We have tax information. We have tax information in high school. Oh. Thank you.
Talk to me about the marketing strategy. How are you going to drive business for your?
So on this first stage, my marketing is completely dependent on Hotmart and on the videos itself. So Hotmart, it's already a set platform. Once I have all my courses over there, I pay them fees and I set the commission base as a high commission base in order to attract more salespeople to sell my course. Just for this first stage, this is my plan. Just so then I can get the foot out and I can get like some sales out of it. And of course, Instagram, YouTube videos, everything, I'm trying to rely heavily on that.
I know that you mentioned your margin will be thinner, so that's your untrended, I guess like your trended margin. How will that expand? Can you give us an idea?
Yes. First thing, I don't want to rely on Hotmart forever. I want to have my own base, my own software where they can log in and they can get the course. By cutting that, my profit margin almost going to be like 20% more. This first stage that I present to you guys is just to get out of the door. But that's one of the things that I'm going to do in order to get a higher profit margin.
And what would that be?
So it's setting my own platform, not depending on someone else's platform. It's having instead of having Hotmart, having my own website with a login where you get in and you have the login for my videos and everything.
For your training courses, will it be different for different universities?
So for that, I have the personalized assistance. So the online course is to get a more general idea of how to get visa, how to get a good application that goes for all the schools. But if you're like, I want something more personalized to me, I have my second product that was there, that is the personalized assistant where you have a one-on-one time, and we're going to go over all the requirements of the schools that you want to apply.
All right. Thank you very much. CCTV Connect is next up.
Checking. Aloha, judges. I was able to talk to most of you on Tuesday, and it was a privilege. And I was thinking I'll just use the same slides that I had before I talked to you guys, but you guys told me stuff and I wanted to act on that. And so I'm going to just go to the point of what you guys talked about. During the Tuesday devotional, our wonderful speaker said, prejudice in any form can limit your path to greatness. And I realized I was kind of keeping myself small. I was like, okay, we can go the steady pace for my business. I don't need to grow too big. But after talking to you guys, I realized I need a better plan for scalability, and I need to make this go. And so talking to my business partner, just to clarify what it is, we sell and install security camera systems in the Philippines. We started it February 16th this year, and since then we've installed 19 systems. We've made accrued revenue of about $4,400, and we've made a net profit of $754 after taxes. And so with that, we have a sustainable business already in play. We have one main employee, and then we have 3 part-time employees. And so we're already affecting people's lives. My planning for scaling is to train more main employees who can then bring on more part-time employees. And so our mode of marketing is Facebook. It costs us about $4 a customer to acquire one. And our target market is construction workers, developers, not construction workers, developers, architects, people that can be repeat customers. In order to gain more repeat customers, we're hoping to eventually go into computer camera monitoring, more of a security business itself. And so our camera packages themselves, it ranges from 10 to 23% profit margins. And we've been able to see success in referrals and our marketing strategy. The reason why this is so important to me is because I just want to be able to, I want to help families put food on their dinner plates. It's something that I had a problem with myself growing up, And so I'm happy to be able to provide this for people in the Philippines. With the money that we receive from this competition, we'll be able to hire 3 more people in the next 2 months. And then in the next 3 to 4 months, we'll be able to hire another 6 to 8 more people. And so our profit margins, well, because of our current profit margins, we'll be able to scale. Right now we have 1 employee at $700 over 6 weeks. So with 3 more employees, we'll have 4 times that. We're looking forward to seeing this happen. Thank you.
I'm turning the time over to the judges for questions.
In the Philippines, what is your competition like? How do you feel you differentiate yourself, and what are the competitors?
Our competitors are retail heavy. They focus on large amounts of inventory, so they have large overhead costs. They're also kind of secretive about their prices, especially for installation prices. They quote after they visit your house, and then depending on how rich you look, they give you a quote there. Ours is really nice because we have a niche of marketing transparently. The price you see is the price you get, and we're on Facebook. And so instead of having to go to a store and go back to your house, you're just at your home. Within 4 messages, we've gotten installations secured. And so it's quick, it's to the point, it's fast, and it's transparent.
Sounds like you put a lot of thoughts into this. So thanks for addressing some of our previous questions. But what would you say is the biggest risk and threat to your new business here?
My biggest risk right now is not being able to grow super big, like retaining customers, because you only need 1 set of security systems for your location. And so that's why we're hoping to go into security monitoring with cameras and having guards potentially in the future, is because then we can have reoccurring revenue. And in order to curve that risk right now is that we've gone after developers and architects because they're reoccurring customers and they have more richer friends, which brings us in.
As far as training, who's the expert in your business when it comes to CCTVs, installation, all of that?
Thank you. And so we have a mentor in Pampanga. It's about 3 hours north of us. He's been doing this for 5 years. He's very talented at this. And so he's scaled it to a one-man business, has 3 or 4 employees. And so we're hoping to go to a 50, 60, 70-person business. And so in order to do that, I'm talking with my partner right now, or the Filipino, my employee, and we talk almost 2 or 3 times a week talking about what we can instill into our employees to grow this way. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, so we can make money in businesses, but safety and security and that feel of ease is priceless. So that's why CCTV is so important. We'll be moving on to our next contestants.
Lovely. Give a round of applause again. Awesome. So we've been taught men shouldn't cry because they purposely to being strong, right? But here's a company who teaches us being vulnerable is actually a sign to being strong. So let's give a round of applause. Welcome, Yoi!
Okay, how's it going, guys? Yeah, you all look wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Sam Suzuki. I'm the creator of Yoi. I am part Japanese, and I say that because Yoi is a Japanese word. It means good in Japanese, and it comes from this saying, mina ga chigatte, mina ga yoi, which means everyone is different, everyone is good. This is at the heart of my company, which is a guided mental health journal company for men. I want men to see the good in themselves, the good in the world around them, and do that through a good product. So why men's mental health? Well, this is a quote from the National Library of Medicine. It says, men are subjected to a culture where the standards of masculinity are literally killing them. This is a global issue. I mean, I saw it living in the States. I saw it when I lived in Japan. I see it here at an international school. I mean, if you just look at our counseling center, it's constantly booked out, overbooked even. And that's just the people who are seeking help. There's so many men that are still suffering in silence because they don't know how to open up. We're never taught how to do so, or we're taught that they shouldn't do so, and that's across cultures. And the interest in men's mental health has increased over time because people are taking note of this. Something needs to change, and I want to be part of that change. I didn't always start with journals. I actually started on Instagram. I was just making mental health and positivity memes, and people really liked it. And I soon had a following of 55,000, and it's growing more every day. And I started to notice that 80% of my following is men ages 18 to 30, which is the exact demographic that I wanted to reach with this. And you guys wouldn't believe some of the comments that these people are leaving. Just men in this comment section on every post pouring out their hearts, talking about their feelings, because they truly feel like they have nowhere else to go except a comment section on Instagram. And that's what made me realize I wanted to do more than just the memes. And so I landed on journals as a first step in their mental health journey. I want to create a lighthearted, approachable mental health resource for men, and I want to combine that lightheartedness and that humor that made the Instagram so popular with journaling. Inside, there's 15 guided activities, there's lined paper for journaling, and there's a weekly planner section as well. I asked my followers if this is a product they'd be interested in purchasing, and 700 of them said yes, and this survey was only up for 24 hours. Our main competitor is Mind Journal, but we have a very specific niche, and we're targeting that younger demographic, and we're also partnering with mental health charities so people can feel good about buying from us. As far as marketing goes, we already have that following. My followers know about this product, they're excited about it, and honestly at this point they're just waiting for it to drop. For funding, we need $1,000 for the bulk custom order, $100 for the website and domain, and $500 for ads. These are the financial projections. We intend on selling 1,000 in the first year based on that survey. I truly believe that this can be a good product for men and good for the world. Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
Have you thought about products that might stem from this? I think you've recognized there's an audience there. You have kind of this first step. Have you thought more about how you might expand on that in the future and what the potential is?
Yeah, that's a great question. So right now the kind of tentative plan, because we're in the prototyping stage where we've kind of announced it and talked about it, but we're going to release the initial journal, and that's a physical product, and then after that introduce a subscription service, so like $6.99 a month, and you're paying for a PDF download rather than a physical product. And so you get the physical product at first, and then with the subscription you're getting a new journal with new activities every month through the subscription.
Have you done some testing on actually people utilizing the journal? The memes, obviously, that's an online.
Yeah.
Now we're getting physical, we're getting something as tangible.
Yeah.
Have you done some testing on this?
So we
How's it
haven't done
gone?
any testing with the actual journal yet. We're actually going to be working with a licensed psychologist to make the curriculum. And so that's kind of the next stage, is doing some testing before we actually release the product and have it printed and everything.
So the supply chain have you thought of that?
Yes. So we're actually working with someone called Scouts Books at the moment. We actually, yesterday during the judging, I had one of the judges offer to do some of the printing, so that was cool. But for right now, Scouts Books, they do bulk order custom journal prints. And so we're ordering from them in bulk and then sending it out personally, shipping it.
Just curious, your followers, do you know where they're from? Are they domestic?
It's
US,
all over the place.
international?
Yeah, so it's primarily domestic, but it's very spread out. It's not like, there's a big group from the US or whatever. It's just very spread out. So it's like Australia, Japan, US are like the main three. Thank you.
Awesome. Give a round of applause again. Welcome a wonderful person. All right now we have my partner here, Elijah. And I hear that you kind of have a stinky shoes, right?
Yes, very much so.
That sucks. So how you do with that?
I've been stuffing hibiscus flowers in my socks.
Really? You heard of Urban? That's terrible. So here is actually a company provide you a better way to serve your stinky shoes. So let's give a round of applause. Welcome, Shoe Society.
Test.
Check. You guys hear us okay? Hey Dandy, how are you?
Hey Michael, good. How are
Long
you?
time no see.
Yeah, it is. Ooh, your feet smell so bad. Try to use this.
Oh, smells so good. What is this?
That is society, and our motto is
There is sunshine in my shoes today. Have you ever been in a situation where you makes you feel uncomfortable, anxious, and also a lack of confidence?
The stinky smell in our shoes caused by the bacteria, germ, and also sweat that trap in our shoes.
That's why we have
Society.
Society. With 3 different variants, submissive, embark, and selfless, Society exists to solve this problem, and it's convenient that you can bring it anywhere.
Why society? We did our research by trying our competitor product, and most of them, they only provide a perfume. Can you imagine if you mix the stinky smell with the perfume? It will smell so bad, and you will get dizzy because of it. But society, not just a perfume. Society comes out with a special formula that will kill the bacteria and germ that cause the stinky smell, and it will give your shoes long-lasting freshness, and also society safe for your skin.
We ran this business back home before we came to Hawaii. Even though in our first month we didn't make any sales, but in our second, third, and fourth months we sold 159 items. Utilizing social media, we target market with young people, old people, and sport enthusiasts. And also this is a big opportunity for us to open potential partnerships. And also one more thing, our new marketing strategy that we call reseller ecosystem that can also create job opportunities for people from their own home.
Indonesia is a big country with more than 270 million population, and we came from the same island. And with our new strategy, which is reseller ecosystem, we really want to get closer to our customer all across Indonesia.
Our cost of goods sold is 8,000 rupiah, which is 50 cents, and our retail price will be 29,000 rupiah with profit margin 72.4%. And for our resellers, the profit margin will be 44.8%, and for us is 50%.
And we would love to open opportunity in the US market with our profit margin is 78%, and for reseller is 46%.
And our financial projection for Indonesia market, we will start making profit in our second year, it will be 5%, and our third year is 17%. And for the US market, we start to making profit in our third year, which is 4.7%, and our fourth year is 21.2%. My name is Michael.
My name is Dandi, and we are from
Society. There is sunshine in my shoes today.
All right. Great pitch. I want to ask, so this is not a masking agent, it's a pairing agent. So I guess like what is the ingredient? Can you kind of talk about, there are many products out there. What sets you apart?
So for the ingredients, so it's basically water-based, but we cannot really share what is inside. So yeah, basically like all the competitors, like they all just provide the perfume, but for us we also kill the germs and bacteria first, like the problem first, and then give the long-lasting freshness after.
Coming to the US, have you considered the need to do FDA approval and the approvals to get the product to market?
So yeah, we received so many suggestions that we also need to like did more research in the US. So we admit that we have to research more in the US. So thank you so much for that. Like.
And where do you plan to make the product initially? Are you the only ones? Do you have a factory, or how do you plan to scale the business?
Oh, actually we create society by ourselves. We have a mentor that work in the big company, like chemical company in Indonesia. So he helped us to build this brand or the liquid inside. So yeah, we make it in our own home.
Can you walk me through the decision to choose the reseller model versus e-commerce, or maybe even, going into storefronts?
Okay, so for our reseller ecosystem, we want to build an ecosystem that only have one official website, which is Society. So we will provide one website, Society, and with the reseller, it will help to send our product to our buyer or customer closely, because we like stay in the below of Indonesia island, and we really want to reach out the people that came from the other island. with the reseller, it will help to like send it so fast. Yeah.
Wait. Awesome. So we know when you have stinky shoe, what do you find? Shoe Society. Awesome. Give a round of applause to them again. Awesome. So we all know being sick is super scary. But even scary is when you're sick at the same time, you are poor, right? So here's a company who can provide you affordable medicine and providing deliver door-to-door service. So let's welcome MedEasy.
Mic testing. Hello. Mic testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me loud enough? Okay. MedEasy. Medicines made easy. In India, 66% of its 1.4 billion population resides in rural areas like Medinpur, my family's hometown, where healthcare services are not at its best. Oh, sorry, okay, I did not get the clicker. Can you, was it please? I don't have the clicker on me. Oh, can you take care of it? Okay. I think I will need it, sorry. Where is it? Where is the pointer? Thank you. Okay. My grandparents, like many others, travel about 5 miles to buy regular medicines, just like many others. And that is because in India, in my target region, they have to travel because there are only 12 to 14 drugstores serving over 5 million people. Additionally, 79% of them lack personal transportation, and only 10% people having health insurance demand a need for medical assistance, cheaper medical assistance. To address this problem, I will start up a retail drugstore that will offer generic medicines with up to 80% discounted prices, coupled with door-to-door home delivery. You might wonder, how am I going to do that? So I'm going to partner with a generic pharmaceutical company called Generic Aadhaar that manufactures generic medicines under one roof. And this company is widespread, and their business model is that they have eliminated all the third-party people so that they can just target the retailers so that they can reduce the pricing. Additionally, this company provides mobile app that the customers can place online orders, and using retail partners like us, we will use our delivery teams to be able to have those medicines be delivered to them to their doorstep. We aim to be the first one in the region to be able to offer a combination of affordability with convenience. In our targeted area, we aim to offer generic medicines that will cater these prevalent health issues in my targeted area. With $14,600 funding requirement, we aim to make $3,200 net profit monthly with a 40% margin profit. Considering these two factors, we will be able to scale our retail store to warehouse in multiple various locations. Before pre-launch, we will take about 3 months educating people that generic medicines are same as branded medicines but are a lot cheaper because of no patent involved. This is my team encompassing my uncle who, okay.
Did you say you already had an app built, or the company you're going to partner with has an app?
Yes, so they already have the app built. They have retailers in various cities, but they haven't dived into the underserved regions. So as we partner up with them, so we can use that same application to have the medicines be delivered.
You mentioned also that you could possibly get an 80% discount. How do you calculate that?
So because these are generic medicines, so they already are lower in prices, and then because there is no distributor, there is no third party involved, so because we get the medicines cheap, and it is promised by the manufacturer that you will get 40% discounted prices, and whereas the medicines will range with 15 to 80% discounted medicines. So it's promised by the manufacturers.
Is there any bias by, as far as branded versus generic? Do people welcome generic drugs? Do you have any data around that?
That's a very good question, yes. So in India, a lot of people are not aware about generic medicines, including me. But when I did the research, I found out that people are not aware of it because generic medicines, they don't market a lot, but whereas branded medicines, they do a lot of marketing. So people are not aware of it. But as I did my research, I found that it is FDA approved and it has the same efficacy as the branded medicine, but they are just a lot cheaper because they do not have any patent involved. So there is a work I need to do that. Therefore, I'm going to take 3 months before launching just to educate about people, the effects of it. And because I have my uncle who lives there, he's working as a teacher, so he's going to be holding seminars, educating people where students, parents can come, and we're going to do it in multiple schools, educating just that, yeah.
So competitors are serving other areas. They're not serving your specific target areas, right?
Sorry, come again?
There are other competitors that are targeting other markets, but not your market.
No, so they are in my market, but because they're selling branded medicines and because they're expensive, so I'm just going to, yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, MedEasy. All right, Ching. We all want to be safe and secure, right?
For sure.
What's more important than our own safety and security?
My dog.
Yes, but also our children. So we're going to be introducing Cadet, and they will be telling us about how their company helps keep our children safe.
Aloha, everyone. My name is Talisha Jensen, and I am the founder of Cadet. So, I have actually had the privilege to be married into a Tahitian family. So I have a 7-year-old nephew named Hayden who lives in Tahiti. A few years ago, my husband and I were able to go back and visit Tahiti. And while we were there, we all decided to go to a carnival. And while we were having so much fun, enjoying our time, the night was coming to a close, we realized Hayden was gone and we could not find him. Everybody was in a panic, especially his mom, Kehau. I saw the panic and fear of a parent not being able to find her child. So this is where the inspiration for Cadet was born. We are revolutionizing child safety by creating an emergency QR code bracelet that is linked to an app. On there, parents will be able to put information about their child they feel is necessary, including emergency contacts, allergies, medications, and medical needs. We are helping solve the problem and give parents a peace of mind. Really, we want them to be able to go out in the world and have their kids be able to experience and make those memories while still being safe. Our main target market right now is we are focusing on areas that don't have advanced technology as such as Tahiti. So they don't have the funds and things to be able to buy those $300 watches that are on the market right now. So we want to keep our costs low so it's available for anybody, no matter their income. Right now, our competitors are on the market. There are a lot, but they are priced very high, and you usually have to have some sort of cell phone plan along with it, and then also their prices are just not for the everyday person. So keeping our prices low is going to make us have the best value proposition amongst others, and also with our ease of use. So right now, we're in our phase 1 of our development, and this is where we're really focusing. This is our MVP stage. So we are creating our basic watch. So it's a bracelet and has the QR code on it. So we currently are working with a manufacturer to be able to create that, and I have gotten samples for that, and they've been really good, really receptive, and it's been great working back and forth with them. And then also, our next step is just creating that app to be integrated in with it, so it's ease of use for customers. As far as it goes for funding, we are wanting to price our bracelet at $25. It costs me about $2 to make the actual bracelet, and for every bracelet with all other expenses, it's gonna be around $7. So it's giving me a 72% profit margin for my bracelet. Sorry.
Just curious, people are selling $300 and selling $25. Is that correct?
Yeah. So a lot of the people on the market, they have a lot more technology built into theirs, and they have like subscription services. So mine is just gonna be a lot simpler. Like there's no technology inside the bracelet. The only thing is the app. So really they just have to pay for the bracelet itself and also the app use.
Talk to me about your marketing strategy.
Yeah, so right now, mainly my marketing strategy is focusing on social media. I don't only want this just to be a brand to help have a bracelet. I want it to be a place where parents feel empowered. So really promoting myself through like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, reaching those target markets where because I obviously am here in Hawaii, and we want to target other people that have lower income, so having social media is going to be my biggest place to be able to market that. And then also we want to be selling online through our website, and then also through Amazon and things, so it's a lot more accessible to people.
And then just to make sure we understand it, give us the 20-second use case, like an actual scenario when this would be used and where the technology is at now and where you want it to get.
Yeah, absolutely. So for our instance with Hayden that we talked about, so if he was wearing a watch, he got lost. Somebody could scan the QR code on it, and they would be able to see the emergency contacts information and be able to contact KHOW. So it just makes it for a quicker, easier way to be able to find him.
Do you have future plans to expand your services more than that QR code?
I do, yes. So eventually, that's kind of my phase 2 is integrating more like GPS tracking, something called geofencing, so parents are able to set up boundaries, and then an emergency button on the side. So a lot more technology, because through my surveys I've done, people are liking the technology driven, but for now, that's...
All right, awesome. Let's give a round of applause for our children's safety. All right, so here's a group of people who are so smart in accounting. And here's a country who need those smart people, and that's time for them to connect. So let's welcome Get Connect.
Test.
Hello, mic test.
Aloha everyone. Are you aware that the United States is facing a significant shortage of accountants? Just in the past 2 years, over 300,000 accountants left their jobs, and no one is going to replace them. This is going to be a huge problem for all businesses in the United States. We are Get Connected. Through our partnership with BYU Hawaii, we can provide US-educated Filipino accountants to the firms and businesses in the United States that has a high demand for accountants. In the future, with partnership with other BYU campuses and BYU Pathway Worldwide, we will not be only offering US-educated Filipino accountants, but we will be offering US-educated accountants from around the world. This is an outsourcing industry. An indicator of the outsourcing industry's business success is its forecasted market size of $544.8 billion by year 2032. This is according to Market.us. Another survey by Clutch.co shows that out of 197 small businesses, 37% of them chose to outsource their accounting processes. This helped us identify our target market.
The state of Utah is considered as one of the top states to start a business, and it is our target market. So it is also known to have a home of 310 13,000 small businesses. And moreover, it has 247 CPA officers, which is considered to be the high demand of accountants. We will also be purchasing a mailing listing and will email these potential businesses to build a relationship with them. We will also be connecting with accounting alumni at BYU Provo, and we will increase our, this is to increase our networking.
With an estimated expenses of $148,000 for our first year and a total estimated revenue of $173,000, we're looking at a net profit margin of 14%. This is based off a very conservative calculation of having only a total of 9 hires throughout the whole year working for 9 clients in the United States. The profit will be coming from 70% of our offering price, and the remaining 30% will be for our accountant's salary. For funding requirements, we identified that we need at least $78,000 to start our business, 80% of which will be coming from a bank loan, and then 20% will be from personal investments. All of these will be used to purchase high-quality computer equipment, secure office space and rent, and a stable internet connection, secure licenses for confidentiality, and cybersecurity as well. All of this will help us secure the work that we provide. Everyone, join us as we provide Filipino accountants and accountants from other nationalities get a job as soon as they return to their home countries, as well as address the significant shortage of accountants in the United States. We are Get Connected.
So the startup costs are a little bit higher. Talk to me about when you're going to hit your break-even point.
So our startup cost is high because we want to secure a commercial space in the Philippines that would allow us to secure all of the documents that we're managing. So we need to secure cybersecurity, licenses about confidentiality, high-quality equipment. We will have a break-even point when we reach around 5 clients or 6 clients. If we maintain an offering price of $49,499, then that's about right for us 5 to 6 clients. But if they offer us below that, then we'll need about 12 to 15 clients. So before we get to break-even point. But an additional client afterwards, throughout the coming years, or any increase in price that they offer us, would immediately help us gain a profit margin bigger than what they've estimated as 14%.
What potential liabilities will you face if there's accounting errors or work that's not done correct to standards, accounting standards and principles?
We will be facing huge fines if we don't do the accounting work properly. So we need to do a lot more research on the U.S. industry and U.S. laws and how that would affect businesses here. Because although we are based in the Philippines, the market that we're dealing with are firms and businesses in the United States. So we do have to conduct more research on what kind of liabilities or what kind of consequences we will be facing. But part of our approach on how we can secure quality is that we have to ensure that we have licensed CPAs and hopefully CPAs who have master's degrees in accounting that can, check and audit all the work before we submit that and before we complete that.
All right, thank you guys very much. So, anybody who has worked with or around Filipinos, and the Ormans I'm sure can agree, will know that Filipinos make the best employees and best employers. So, today we are going to be having Virtuo, another outsourcing company, come and tell us a little bit about how they plan to connect some of the best people on earth with the rest of the world.
Mabuhay. We are Virtuo, an outsourcing agency for business owners in the U.S. to work with remote employees in the Philippines.
Business owners in the U.S. need to hire top quality, top talent at an affordable price, but they struggle to find, hire, and manage these types of employees in this competitive market.
the 600 Filipino students here at BYU Hawaii are destined to face this same difficult situation when they graduate. Our solution is to provide remote employment opportunities for all the Filipinos, especially the ones here at BYU Hawaii and the many graduates, so that they can come back home to their families, provide sustainably, build the church and the economy in their hometowns.
We do this sustainably by providing high-quality talent to businesses in the United States. Outsourcing in the Philippines is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and we found from our survey of 81% of business owners in Utah that they want to hire a Filipino virtual assistant, but they have not yet.
Seth Henneman from Seven Brothers Burgers, which has franchises all over Utah, love working with a Filipino virtual assistant and describes the experience as life-changing. So the services we provide depend on your business's needs. Commonly outsourced roles include marketing, social media, web design and management, customer service, customer support, and even accounting and data science services.
Our financial projections for the first year show a profit of $100,000 and in the fifth year of $500,000. We need $20,000 to start us off legally and with our website, as well as help us out with operations, marketing, and hiring for the first 6 months.
We will acquire customers through shooting and advertising content on social media. This will lead to our website where you can fill out your email, which is already fully functioning, as you can see. We will also have a carefully structured system of sales reps in Utah that will create a system of commission and discounts based off of the U.S. clients that we obtain, and this will also come from our personal efforts as well.
So we have 4 pricing tiers ranging from $800 to $2,000 a month and an enterprise package, which allows small to mid-sized businesses a chance to work with us.
And eventually we plan to expand from Utah to all U.S. states and countries in Northern Europe.
Virtuo truly solves 2 problems on both sides of the world. We'll provide high-quality support at a lower price.
And we help Filipino BYU Hawaii students find jobs when they go home. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So obviously in the Philippines, you're going to be working remotely, so there's going to be a couple of issues. So how are you going to address brownouts, internet issues, and also security?
Yes, that's a very good question. Thank you very much. So we have carefully selected the services, as you can see in our website over here. These are the common roles that are generally considered safe to outsource to people who work remote from home, from anywhere in the world, where stuff like that is less of a risk compared to other types of outsourced industries. Also, a very, very careful system of filtering hundreds of applications. The pricing that we want to pay our people would be $6 an hour, and minimum wage in Manila is $1 an hour. Call centers are about $2.5 to $3 an hour. By giving $6 an hour, we attract thousands of the best talent. These people have been doing freelancing, outsourced work for years. They have their own setups, they have their own laptops, they have steady generators and internet connections at home. So whenever we do our filtering, those are some of our top questions.
Do you have any, or have you thought out starting maybe too broad, offering too many services, and is there any benefit to maybe considering narrowing that, what services you're offering out the gate, or just walk me through your thought process there?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So definitely the outsourcing industry is so huge, as we saw in the previous presenter. It's projected to be $500 billion. In the Philippines, it's $30 billion estimated. The services that we chose to provide are the ones that are considered in the freelancer industry. The reason why we chose this is because we want to help these freelancers who have no one to look out for them and turn it into a more sustainable thing and where they have their own protection as well from clients. So we want to look out for them.
Quick question, with remote workers, how do you propose you're going to build a culture that helps to propel your business and differentiate you from other competitors?
Yeah, that's a great question. We believe by paying people fair. Yeah.
Okay, everybody, before we have our last group come up, we're going to give a little bit of information about when the winners will be announced, okay? So, After this last presentation, we will take a break for lunch and our judges will deliberate. Then we'll reconvene at 2:30 p.m. for the announcement of the winners here. Okay, let me remind you guys that the prize for first place is $7,000. The prize for second place is $6,000. The prize for third place is $5,000. And then all of the participants that don't win first, second, or third place will be receiving $500 scholarships. All right? Just thank you very much to our sponsors for that. I'm going to turn the time over to Ching now to introduce our last presenter.
All right, how many of you are excited right now? Yeah, it's time to go to the last presenters. So there's a company, it's called Shakai's Ice. What's the word? Ruckus, shave ice. How many of you like shave ice? I say shave ice, everyone say lice. Shave ice? Shave ice? All right, let's give a round of applause to Ruckus.
Thank you. Yep. All right, everybody. My name is Bowen Satterthwaite, and I am the owner of Raka's Bing. Now, I want you all to close your eyes for a second with me. And imagine you just had a wonderful day at the beach with your family, but it's hot and you're ready for a refreshing treat. You don't feel quite up to going and getting shave ice that you know is going to turn into sugar water. And now, please, open your eyes. This is Taiwanese shave ice. It's a milk-based shave ice that I actually found while I was living in Taiwan. It's a lot creamier and fluffier. One of our customers actually described it as cotton candy ice. It's topped with fresh fruit, ice cream, fresh syrups, and condensed milk for shave ice that just falls apart in your mouth. Now, Raka's has actually been open since January. We've been going for a couple months now. Yep. And we're really excited to introduce it to Hawaii because right now everybody knows you can find Hawaiian shave ice on every corner. But this is a unique product that in so many of our customers' views is a lot better. We currently actually have 5 stars and 32 customer reviews on Google and continue to plan to market on social media as it is a very aesthetic product. And we really designed our trailer as well to go along with that aesthetic. We want to be able to have people post this on social media and have it grow organically there. It cost us $16,600 to get running, and our profit margins, or before we get there, these are actually my friends that I met in Taiwan. They introduced me to this shave ice, which is where I actually fell in love with it. One thing I loved about the Taiwanese people is that they were so excited to share their culture and their flavors with me. And so in every single bowl of our Bing at Raka's, we aim to encompass that as well. We want to exceed any expectations that our customers come having to have our Bing. From there, our profit margin is actually awesome. On average, it costs us about $2 to make each product, and we sell it for $10 for an 80% profit margin. On our best day ever, we actually had a farmer's market. We were set up for 4 hours, and we did $717 in revenue, and after our cost, we did $570 in profit in just 4 hours. Yesterday, we were at a farmer's market as well and had a very similar output. These are our financial projections with the sum of unit profits in the first year being $27,000 before other expenses. And here on this slide, you'll see our projection plan and growth plan. In the first year, there won't be any employees. I'm just running it myself. In year 2, we plan to have a permanent location at the Kuhuku Grill, which we've already established there, and we'll have an employee. And then in year 2, I want to be able to step back and have it run itself. Eventually, we're going to be able to franchise. We want to be able to take this throughout the island as well as into the mainland. And so come and try Raka's Bing for yourself, where flavor meets ice. Thank you, everybody.
So as you expand on the island, can you tell us a little bit more where would you first expand to and why?
Yeah, so right now, like I said in the fall, I'm going to be at the Kahuku farm, or the Kahuku market there, which I'm really excited about. And then eventually I want to take it down and towards Honolulu because there's a lot more presence of the Asian culture there, as this is an Asian product. So have a little bit of familiarity to their home there in Honolulu.
After your presentation the other day, I tried to come find you. I couldn't find you yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Is there a way, while you're not in a permanent location, that you can have people find you?
Say that one more time, sorry?
I tried to come looking and find you, but I couldn't find you yesterday.
Uh-huh.
What's the question?
The question is, how, while you're still mobile, is there a way that you could have people who know about you come and find where you're actually at?
Yeah,
is
so
there a website? Is there somewhere they can look for you?
Yeah, we are on Google Maps, and that's where we set up on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays when we're open. It's in Hauula. And then we have an Instagram as well, and so that's where we post any updates when we're going to be at farmers markets and places like that. But eventually, yes, we will have a permanent spot, and we want to be able to grow to be like Matsumoto's or another shave ice company where we just consistently have a line.
What's the franchise model look like? Where do you want to start if you expand into the mainland? How much does it cost to open up a franchise?
Yeah, so eventually I wanted to get into Utah in the Provo area. And I actually haven't looked exactly how much that cost will be there. But as we grow and our revenues increase, I want to just be able to take that money and put it into furthering businesses. I don't actually plan to take any of the money myself. I just want to be able to grow the business and then have future investors as well.
Have you considered any locally produced or locally grown products or syrups?
Yeah, and so that is one thing that I've looked at. Right now we get most of our produce just from Costco. As we found it's a good price and it's fresh, but have been looking at doing different syrups and things that are a little bit more fresh. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, thanks again, and give a round of applause to Ruckus. And give a round of applause to all the final presenter, the judges, and the team behind the scenes. And now, we are happy to announce 2024 Empower Your Dream and successfully. Thanks everybody, welcome join us, and please come back at 2:30 p.m. to review the finalists. Enjoy.